whenever there's a chance maybe to go in the wrong direction, they find a way to bounce back. Is that what you take out of the Calgary game?
It was a tough road trip, and you know, we did some good things, but I think right now it's just not necessarily a bounce back game, but it's just getting points. Every game is big, and it's being able to move on from the last game. So we won the game in Calgary, but we got to move on, and we got to focus tonight. We can't dwell on that. It was no different in Edmonton. You know, it was a tough loss for us because I think if you ask everyone, it was a game that we could have gotten points in. We didn't. But we put it behind us and focused on Calgary, and we got the result that we wanted.
I'm sure you were happy with the offense last couple of games, especially. Would you like to maybe tighten things up a bit more the way you had been in the D zone?
We have to get better there, and from goalie on out. Goalies have to be better. Our play in front of them has to be better. Our execution has to be better. Decision making has to be better. And we've been going pretty good, and we've established ourselves, I think, as a pretty good defending team, throughout the league, and starting to get other teams respect as far as how we play and defend in our own zone. We got away from it a little bit, and, power play goals, whatever it is, just the last two games. But we have to get back to playing that brand of hockey.
Because of the injuries, you've leaned on Springfield quite a bit. How gratifying. I mean, Collins playing so solidly. Trzanovic, who's up again, has played well. Dalton Proud +4 the other night. You can't have enough of a lifeline from the AHL, can you? We
talked about that prior to the start of the season, about the importance and the depth of your organization. We've gotten that. It's a credit to the players, credit to the coaches there in Springfield and the job that they're doing. But pretty much to a guy, whoever we've called up has stepped in and done a really good job for us.
Speaking of that, what's your injury situation look like here tonight?
Well, Nick Foligno will be out, and Jared Boll will be out. We're going to make a decision, probably a game-time decision. May go with 7 defensemen again. Trzanovic will be in, and then we'll just have to make a decision on either Colton Gillies or Johnny Moore.
When we talked a couple of weeks ago when Derek McKenzie was injured about how that affects that energy line, what about Jared Boll not being available, because he's been so good for you all year?
It's a lot of things that he provides. His presence alone, what it does to the other team, what it does to his own team, and giving his teammates confidence when he's out on the ice or on the bench. So you'll miss that. I think he's taken a much bigger piece of the team as far as leadership this year too. So you're going to miss that. His voice on the bench, his voice in the locker room. He's a great teammate because he accepts his role. He knows when he's playing 8 minutes, but he's still a really good teammate, encouraging his teammates as they go out on the ice and saying the right things on the bench. So you'll miss all those things that Jared has brought.
You talked about needing to get back to your good defensive style. This team you'll play tonight, not only can they get the puck to the net, but they're pretty big. Their forwards are big body guys. How do you keep them out of there?
A big challenge tonight. They have, a lot of their players have, the 3 things that I think you're looking for, in players is size, speed, and skill. And they think the game extremely well. They're smart. So it's going to present a lot of different situations, difficult situations. We're just going to have to check as a group of 5. We've done a good job of it, managing the puck, our puck decisions. We have to establish our forecheck. We're playing in our building. Got to come out with some energy early, try to get the crowd to help energize us, but we got to give them a reason to do that. Whether it's playing in their zone, creating some chances, or maybe it's some physical play. Whatever it is, we got to find the energy tonight. We got to get pucks behind them, make these guys spend some energy in their own zone defending. And if we're careless with the puck, if aren't getting a forecheck going, chances are they have some energy and they have the puck, and now they're playing in our zone.
Todd, the trade deadline a factor at all? Do you address that and say, guys, stay focused?
No. Players are professional here. They know what's going on. Our main focus is this game tonight in the Anaheim Ducks.
It's a pretty good jump this morning. Were you surprised by that, or is that something you stressed, hey, we got one more, let's get through this, we got some days off?
My emphasis out on the ice this morning was let's get our bodies going, let's get our minds going this morning. That was the focus. And I think the players know now too, when we go out for a morning skate, it's 15 to 20 minutes, that's it. And we have our routines that we do, and I think players like that because they know what they need to do to prepare themselves. And everybody's a little bit different.
How taxing was that trip? I mean, was that the roughest one this season? Just the logistics of it, the back-to-back and then coming back here.
You know, well, the players are probably the ones to ask. As coaches, it seems like I'm always tired right now. But that just goes with the job and what we're doing. But the players, you know, I like the energy too this morning. But it doesn't always translate into the evening, and we got to make sure that we do that.
Have you kind of given the speech, or maybe you haven't had to, but after you play this game tonight, you don't have to play again until Thursday. So when it comes to energy, pretty much whatever you have, you should be able to empty the tank in a game like this.
It'll probably come up at some point. And again, the players know the schedule. They know what's going on. They know about the trade deadline. They know that we have 3 days off here before we head to Nashville. But our focus has to be on tonight. You can't be looking past today. You know, 13 games left, and this is the most important one right now.
How long do you expect Jared Bull to be out? I mean, is that something that might be long-term?
You know, it's tough to say right now. You know, he's going to get some treatments, and hopefully we can get him back by Thursday.
And Foligno went on IR today, but he skated this morning.
Yeah. He's upper body, and we're hoping to get him back on Thursday.
Dubinsky skated as well, and I know you said there was an outside shot of maybe him joining you out west. He didn't, but he had a pretty vigorous skate this morning on his own, so maybe he's
another guy that you know, the sooner we get him back, obviously the better. But right now, with the guys in the locker room, we got to focus on tonight, and if we can get, you know, any of those guys back by Thursday, it helps us because it makes our team better.
What about Timmy Eriksson?
Timmy Eriksson is, again, day to day. He's going to, again, get looked at and reassessed.
Todd, Steve Mason hadn't played and started in so long. For him to find a way to give you a win as a backup goalie, it's huge, right?
Tough situation that he was going into from a number of he hasn't played in a while, hasn't started a game in a while. It was a back-to-back for us, last game of a road trip. We had injuries, playing on a short bench. You look at that, there's a lot of reasons why we maybe could have lost the game. But Steve made some big saves at some key times for us, and for him to go in and do that was, I think, a big boost to our team.
Your overall health this year as far as injuries, Todd, I mean, has it been worse than you thought, about what you thought? Did you get through it a little better than you thought?
I think it's probably a little bit worse than what I was expecting. And it was when we were losing guys. We were losing, you know, Dubinsky and Anisimov out of the lineup at the same time. And, you know, we lost Wisniewski for a while. And it just seemed like, you know, I don't know. I'd have to go back and probably look at our roster and our lineup, how many times we've had our full.
Not many.
Yeah, not many at all. So it's affected us. But it's a credit to the Springfield, what they've done down there, the players, the coaches, because again, guys have stepped up, and you know, over the past 15 games or so, we've had success in large part because of our young guys. You know, Matty Calvert and Cam Atkinson I include in that group.